the ability to extend that apology and not engage in any kind of justification whatsoever. That just made me think about how many of the anti-patterns that we talked about in our class are things that can come from a place of a good heart. And that's one of the things that I was remembering from the class and trying to relate to people that I work with when they're striking sparks off of each other. And the for instance is, I'm apologizing to you, but I'm also telling you why I acted like that and where I was coming from, because I want you to know that I was really caring about you when I did that wrong thing. And so it comes from this good place, but it totally dilutes the apology, and it does, so good heart doesn't always equal good impact, but negative impact does not mean it came from a negative space. So it's just one of the patterns that I think came through in a lot of our discussions.
Yeah.
That I liked a lot and I put to use.
Awesome.
Great.
I love that. I think, and it ties back to that cycle of mistrust, right? Like, how can you stop something? Maybe by giving a genuine apology and saying, hey, you know what? I didn't mean to sound like the world's biggest jerk. However, I recognize I might have. But I think that, to Annie's point, like how people double down when it becomes this battle. It's like, but what if you just didn't?
Yeah.
What if you just said, we both have a stake in this. We've both made mistakes. I can't speak for you, but that kind of comes back to the responsibility process. Like, nobody can give me responsibility. I can only give it myself. I can't give it to you. So here's my role in this. And, the genuine apology not being living in shame or something, but being able to say, wow, I can see how this wasn't super helpful. And Annie, I like what you said about, here's what I'd like to do better next time. And I hope you can understand that. I love that. I hope you can understand that piece, because you're not going to, beating ourselves up endlessly for behaving badly doesn't solve any problems. In fact, now it's turning into a whole other conversation.
Yep.
I think there's a lot of power there. I love that.
And no one, you're not entitled to someone else's acceptance of the apology. That's out of your hands. That is not within your control. So you can do what you need to do, but now it's in that person's court to make the next step or say the next thing, or decide how they would like to interact with you going forward. And I think that cycle of mistrust also, that's another one I use all the time. But Tara, same as you, I'm like, I see it. It's happening. How do I throw the wrench in the wheel and be like, let's stop this? And the only thing I've come up with is sometimes it might be ruinous empathy. I don't know, where I'm just like, let me just pour honey all over this person and see if it'll change anything. Trying hard.
Right? Sometimes that's like the thing we try. And we're Minnesotans, so let's be kind to ourselves here. Empathy can be our unintentional go-to. But I think sometimes otherwise it's, just throwing more gasoline on the fire. So sometimes I think there has to be that touch of just being gentle for a moment that I look at as definitely directly empathetic. So I think that you're so on the right path there. I love that.